It's a disaster. A disaster. I always knew this day would come, and it's after coming today. I can't get my boat into the lake. No way in a million years can I get my boat into the lake. It's a disaster. A disaster. The lake level has gone down so low, and I can't get my boat over all the stones to get it into the deeper water. So close, and yet so far away. I knew this day was going to come. It was inevitable, and it's after arriving, and I can't get my boat in the lake. And it's a disaster. It is a disaster, but it's not the end of the world. The best thing to do is to play the best hand with the cards you've been dealt. I was going to hit the booze, but I won't. I'll have a little tiny sip for the chest, because it's bitterly cold. It's bitterly cold. In July, and it's bitterly cold. My wife will kill me now for not drinking out of a glass, but I can't find my glass. We'll just have a little tiny sip. For the chest. Oh, that'll warm you up a little bit. Always look on the bright side of life. We'll go out and see can we catch a fish off the bank. I'm going to put in my little bottle with some bread in it and see if I can catch some bait. The back of my boat here, when I'm giving it half throttle, this here is kind of moving a little bit, and I'm very nervous about it. And I was talking to Hans, and he's an engineer, and Hans said to me his boat was the same, and he said it just needs nuts and bolts put into it. That's what he says it needs. Nuts and bolts. And I told Hans, I don't have a drill. I've no man tools, nothing. All I have all my life is a vice grips and a hacksaw. That's all I have. I've no tools. My wife gives out to me. I've no tools. So Hans said, the next time he was up the lake, he said, I'll bring my gear and I'll fix it for you, Vincent. And he's after doing it. He's a man of his word. Hans, I'm after getting you a bottle of red wine to thank you so much for putting the bolts into my boat. You probably saved my life. You don't even know it. So I hope you like this one. I don't know, will you? It's a red wine. I asked the lady in the shop for a good red wine. She said this is lovely and it's from California. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. And what I'm going to do, Hans, is I'll put it in a bag and I'll tie it into your boat. I don't know who owns this boat, but the weight of all that water in the boat and all the weight of it just on two spots, the very front and the very back, that couldn't be good for the boat. That could damage the boat. So I'm going to have to bail the boat. I'll bail the water out of this boat. That's better, much better. And whoever they are, they've left a net and a pair of scissors in the boat. But that'll take the pressure off the boat. Another good deed done. Now we'll go back to my bottle to see if we get any minnows, and we'll do a little bit of fishing and try and catch a big trout. It's like the miracle of the loaves and fishes. I've got lots of bait. I'm going to cast out a little dead minnow and see if I can catch a nice big fat trout. And I'm going to think positive
I've put this big stone on the rod, and in case I catch a big one, he won't pull my rod in. And while that's out there, I think I'll make a bit of breakfast. I'm starving.
They really are burnt. Lovely breakfast. Blackfish fingers. My mother should always say, "There's starving children all over the world. Eat up." And she's right. There is people starving all around the world, and they'd be delighted with these blackfish fingers.
After my blackfish fingers, I decided to tidy up and put away my gear. And I started fly fishing along the bank, trying to catch a big trout. But it's bitterly cold, and there's nothing rising anywhere. The place is dead. And this is July. It's a disaster. I tried different flies and I was having no luck. I finally decided I'd reel in my minnow rod and call it an early day.
A simple little thing, and I'm after cutting my finger badly. It's one of those days. Health and safety always wash the wound. I let these lads go. I must take off my flash lamp. First aid box for my finger. I put a bit of Savlon on, a small little bit. That won't do any harm. I put this plaster on. Health and safety. Hopefully that'll stop the bleeding. I must tell you a quick story how I got this box. I used to work in this job. I won't say where it was, but I used to work in this job, and I had my own office. And this man came in one day and he says to me, "Do you want some bandages and stuff?" And I had a few little bandages there. And I says, "Grand job." And he said, "Here, take this, and look, take this spray. And this stuff is great if you hurt your ankle, and this is great for burns." And he was giving me loads of stuff, and I had to sign for it, no problem at all. And then a couple of weeks later, he came in again. He says, "Do you want some more stuff?" I said, "Fantastic." He says, "Here, look, this is stuff for your eyes, and here's stuff for all sorts of things, sprays for sprains and all." And I'd signed for it. And then one day he came in to me. He kept coming in, but one day he came to me and he says to me, "I have this beautiful box," he says, "and it's a big, huge box, and it goes up on the wall. And it was like a small mini fridge, and you opened it up." And he said, "This is fantastic. Would you like one of these?" I said, "I'd be delighted, thanks very much." And he gave it to me. And he said, "Well, I fill it up." I said, "Stock it up." And he stocked it up with all the stuff. It was fantastic. And then one day my boss came down to me and he came in. He says, "Vincent, I'm here to see the box." I said, "What box?" He said, "Everybody's talking about the box, Vincent. It's so expensive." said, are you talking about this box here? The medical box? He said, yes, Vincent. He said, everyone's talking about that box. That's frightfully expensive. I said, are you serious? I said, I thought that man that comes, I thought he worked here. He said, he doesn't work here at all. I said, I thought he worked here. The next day your man came in, I met him. I said, you don't work here at all. And he ran out the door. There's a fella coming there. He ran out the door. He ran out the door. And I never saw him again. Oh. Hello, Hans. Hiya, Hans. Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Are you going fishing?
That's the idea, yeah. And we have a northerly wind again.
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah. Are you going out now? Do you think it's worth going out?
Oh, yeah.
Is it? You're always in with a chance.
Always. You never know.
In the front of your boat, there's something in the front of your boat.
Yeah.
Right in the very front of your boat, if you have a look, there's something there.
Oh, you are mad.
It's
I told you.
It's a bottle of red.
Thank you very, very much.
Thanks for nothing.
But I told you there's no need.
No, I'm delighted that you fixed my boat for me.
Did you see I put in 2 bolts
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
That should make everything much firmer.
I don't know, do you like that particular one, but it's
Oh, yeah.
I asked the woman in the shop and she said that's a very good wine.
Good.
So enjoy.
You are mad.
You're like a man in Venice. Hans is bringing his boat near to his car to get his gear in, and he's kindly offered to bring me out fishing for the day, and I've accepted his offer. Do you make your own flies?
I did, but not anymore.
You've plenty of flies anyway.
Yeah.
So you're giving me a secret fly, are you?
Yeah, I put on the same flies as I have. I prefer a fast rod. Look at this in comparison to this one.
Yours is stiffer kind of, is it?
You see how stiff this one is in comparison to this one?
Mine is very flexible. So you prefer the stiff rod?
Oh yeah, they work much better.
We headed out onto the lake and Hans started catching fish and throwing them back instantly.
Hey!
This is a first. Hans put a little lead shot onto my cast with my 2 flies. This fly doesn't even have tinsel, but Hans says the 2 of these flies are deadly.
Nice fella.
Yeah.
Well done. You got 2.
It's like fishing mackerel.
Hey! Nice little fella.
I even managed to catch a few fish on Hans's flies.
They're great flies, Hans. Great flies. You're a great fisherman, Hans.
You think so?
Yeah. How many are we after catching now, do you reckon? How many fish have we caught, do you think?
20 at least.
Wow. They're great flies you have. So we've got a few.
We got a few.
We have a few nice ones. We'll eat tonight, both of us,
Yeah.
like kings.
We have enough for dinner.
We were both exhausted from catching all the fish. So it was time to hit the beach and to take a break.
So what's that stuff you're eating?
Salami.
Salami.
Yeah. Homemade.
Is it meat?
Yeah.
What animal is it from?
Deer.
A deer. Is it?
Yeah.
And did you kill the deer yourself?
Yeah.
Did you shoot it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So can I have a sample of it?
No problem.
God, it's lovely. And you made that yourself?
Yeah.
I never tasted that before. And that's a deer.
The best meat you can eat.
And you're 87 years of age.
How much?
87 is it?
No, 76.
Oh, 76, sorry, 76. 76. You're a fit man for 76. Hans.
Thanks.
After we ate Hans's lunch, we went straight back out onto the lake for more action.
Wow, nice trout. Look at this.
Beautiful trout.
Huh?
He'd be nice with a few chips and some mushy peas.
This is the best trout we caught this year so far.
Very good. The bucket's filling up, Hans. Hans says it's time to go home. He says the fish have stopped biting.
Yeah.
So that they don't bite anymore now, Hans. When do they start biting again?
I think I have to blame Vincent for that.
He says they've stopped biting and they won't bite till later on this evening. He's fishing this lake. How many years have you fished this lake? Over 30 years.
Yes, yeah.
He knows the lake. He knows the lake. So I think we're calling it a day.
But we had a good day's fishing.
We had a great day, Hans, and we caught some beautiful trout. Does your wife eat a few trout? Does she eat the trout, your wife?
Feeds.
She loves them. My wife loves them as well. And do you cook the trout for your wife?
Yeah, I do the trout always.
And what way do you cook it?
Just frying.
Yeah, I do the same for my wife. And you give your wife a glass of champagne with her trout. I give my wife a glass of champagne with her trout.
I'm not as rich as you.
But I tell you, you're a very fit man, Hans. What age? You're 96 years of age, is it?
96, yeah.
You're a very, very fit man. It must be all the venison and all the trout. And you bring your oars home with you.
Yeah.
They're the two flies that you give me.
Yeah, keep them for the next time.
You don't want them back again.
No, you can. I have enough.
You're a very generous man, sir. Very generous man.
Why?
Giving me your secret flies. They did well today.
See, I'm not greedy. So, and there's plenty of fish in this lake. So if you catch a few with those flies, makes no difference.
Well, thanks. I'll be giving you a cheers later when I'm having trout for my dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Hans, it was a pleasure fishing with you today.
Well, it was my pleasure too.
Thanks very much. And I'm actually going home with some fish.
First time.
For a long time. My wife's delighted with you. She'll be delighted with you.
Yeah.
We must meet up again someday.
I think your wife loves me now more than you.
Take it easy, Hans.
You too.
And drive carefully.
Yeah.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
See ya. What a man. Hans, 106 years old. So on and so on and so on. That's a beautiful piece of music called Persephone. Well, I have to say, I went down to the lake and everything was a disaster. I couldn't get my boat into the lake. That's a first. The weather was terrible, bitterly cold. I went fishing, I couldn't catch a fish. I burnt my fish fingers. I cut my finger and I had enough. And I was heading home. And what happens? An angel by the name of Hans comes along and he invites me out to go fishing. And he says to me, have you got a sink tip line? I said, I don't. I have sink tip lines, but I don't have a sink tip. He says, you have to have a sink tip line on, he said. He said, I've gone fishing in the lake here with lots of fellas with floating lines and they never catch anything, he says. And he put a lead shot on the end of my fly net. He said, that'll just bring it down a fraction. The fish won't take the fly next to the surface, he said. He knows. And with the little lead shot on and the little flies he gave me, they didn't even have any tinsel on them. And I caught some beautiful trout. And I came home and my wife was so happy. She had trout for dinner and I had trout and I have a couple in the freezer. So, thanks, Hans. Thanks for everything and thanks for putting the boats into the boat. You saved the day, Hans, you saved the day. Until next time, get out and catch a fish. You're a professional, Hans.